Hi, my name's Bailey Cook. I'm part of the young adult community here at Bendigo Baptist, and my mum is Michelle Cook, who is one of the pastoral care staff here at Bendigo Baps.
Hi, I'm Linda. I'm the wife of Alistair and mother of Caroline, David, Meg and James.
One woman that really encapsulates generosity in her life is my mum, Michelle, and she does that through a variety of ways. I think one of the most precious resources that maybe especially people my age underestimate is time. What astounds me is how generous my mum is with her time and her care and her generosity as part of that. And one of the ways that she does that is just by having people over and just sitting with them, or going to their house and just sitting and listening. And she's just been an incredible blessing in my life for just being so patient and so generous with her advice and just sitting with not just me but with many others over the years.
My mum has just turned 91 and she has led a life of service to God and has been an absolute rock in my life. She brought up 7 children in the country, and she saw all 7 children have to move away. She prayed for each of us as we moved away from home, and not one of us moved back to Kerrang, which is not surprising, but we have known that love, that prayer behind us all of our lives.
Another way that she gives generously is she's an incredible cook. Quite often I'll come home and she'll be making food for somebody in the church that's going through a hard time, or maybe an illness or sickness has come up in the family, and she's an incredibly talented cook. And so just the demonstration of her being generous, of using her giftings and just giving food and her time to prepare that food freely, is just, it inspires me to, it's a reflection of Jesus and how he just gave his time so freely to, and just loved on other people.
It has encouraged me to seek out what it is that God wants me to do, what he wants me to use my skills and talents for. And I think to seek out other people and to see where needs are in other people. And that's been a process. And certainly over the last couple of years, I've discovered where it is God wants me to use the talents, and particularly in the area of service. And I'm now involved in at Mad Cow, and it's wonderful to know that I'm following on in the footsteps of somebody who has acknowledged where their area of service is and has encouraged me then to give of my time and to give of the talents that God's given.
I think that in a general culture of it's all about me and it's all about what can I get and how can I build myself up, it can be very easy to fall into that trap, to be 100% focused on your to-do list. And her example shows me that it takes sacrifice to be generous, but it's so worth it.
It's also encouraged me to be in prayer for my family. My mum, I know, prays faithfully for each of my siblings and myself. And for me, that's encouraged me to then continue that on to my generation and to my children's generation, and to be praying for them. I want to be an example to my own children because of what their grandma has shown to me.
Yeah, Mum's example in my life of being generous really reflects what being a disciple, making other disciples, what that process looks like. She just shows God's love, reflects that through her actions of generosity. And she's such a great example of how Christ can change and mould your heart into a way that more emulates Him.